Good morning. How are you? Today I'm here to discuss something with us. I name it Stop the Blame Game this year. Yes, stop the blame game this year. A lot of people like to blame others for their shortcomings, for their fallings, for their misfortune, for whatever negativity that happens to them. They are never they will never look inward and ask themselves, what did I need to, what happened? How did I get there? What happened to me? What was I thinking, or how did I handle this thing? They will never look inward and ask themselves questions why it happens to them. The first thing that comes to their mind is, if not because my mother was poor, my parents are poor, they didn't send me to school, and this, they blame others. My brothers they don't like me, my sisters don't like me. They blame their misfortune, their shortcomings on others. Stop it this year. Stop the blame game. If you want to grow, if you want to move forward, if you want to excel, if you want your life to change, stop the blame game this year. I want to tell you a story of some people in the Bible. In the book of Exodus chapter 1, Herod the king. Is it Herod or Pharaoh? Pharaoh, the Egyptian king, ordered that all the children of Israel, the Hebrew women, all the children of the Hebrews, the Israelites, be killed. Immediately they give birth, the nurses, the midwives, should put them to death, should kill them. I mean, the condition favored that they must do evil. The condition dictated to them that this is what they must do. But they look inward to themselves. Who am I? Who are we? Are we wicked? Are we wicked souls? Are we brought up like that? Even though the king made a decree, he ordered us, he said that to us. That is what you should always think about yourself. This situation that happens to me that made me to fall. Who am I? Ask yourself that question. Who am I? Why did this happen to me? Was I asked to do it? Is this situation of people? Did I look at some situation around me that forced me to do it? The situation around these midwives. The situation around these midwives allowed them to do evil conveniently, comfortably. You might say, you didn't make it because they didn't send you to school. Situation allow you to complain like that. To say, my brothers and sisters, they made it because they sponsored them to school. My mother died when I was very young, like age 10, between 10 and 11. Nobody to send me to school. Nobody. My father was not ready to send me to school. I did everything within my capacity to see myself through school. That is not an excuse for anybody. These people, they have excuse, they have reason to be wicked. But they said something in verse 17. Verse 17 says something that, that's Exodus chapter 1. Verse 7 says something. It says, and the children of Israel were fruitful and innocent and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty. And the land was filled with them. Sorry, my glasses is for sight, it's not for reading. So it's giving me some stress in reading. Verse 17, okay, that's the children of Israel, they were fruitful. And now there arose up a new king over Egypt who knew not Joseph. This king was angry that they are increasing, they are being blessed. He was angry. He was like, why are these people being blessed? They are getting increased. They are multiplying. One day they will seize our land. They will rise up and they will fight us. Fear of unknown. Gripped the king, and he gave that decree. But verse 17, listen to verse 17. But the midwives feared God. The midwives, they did what? They feared God and did not and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the male children alive. Okay, the law, the decree was that every male children of Hebrew women must be put to death by these midwives. As soon as they give birth, the midwives will see it, just buy that child, kill that child. But Bible says something that these people, the midwives, they feared the Lord. Bible made me to understand that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. If you want to be wise, if you want to move forward this year, one key I will give you this year is fear the Lord. When you have the fear of God in your heart, whatever evil is ganging up in your heart, whatever evil thoughts the devil is bringing to you, so that that he wants you to do, and that will lead to your downfall. The fear of the Lord in you will scrutinize it. The fear of the Lord in you will not allow you to perform that the devil is giving you as a thought. Let me tell you, stop the blame game. Your downfall is caused by you. It starts first from your thoughts that you did not care about. The evil thought that is springing up in you that you are careless about. That is what led to your downfall. That was what led to your downfall. Those careless thoughts about others, those envious thoughts that is coming to you that you do not care, you are not careful about, you didn't think about it, you didn't think about it, that this can be dangerous, that you gave room to, they start building up in you. And that led to you misbehaving. Somebody starts, you join the hookup gangs, the prostitute. You are telling yourself, I don't have people to help me. I need money to train my children. Wow. That thought came to you first. You did not care about it. There is no fear of God in you to ask you, okay, is this the only way? Is this the only way I can care for my children? Is this the only way I can make money? What other porches around me? What other opportunities are around me that I can look into? I remember when I was in school, I had this roommate. She was dating this married man. And one day I preached to her. She now said to me that, you know what? It's not that I don't want to give my life to Christ, but you see, this my man friend is the one sponsoring my education. I know, I'm aware he's married and he has children, and his home is very nice. I don't have the intention of destroying the home. I just want him to send me through education, and he said he will marry me. He will get another flat for me. He will settle me outside. I will not disturb their home. I now asked her one question. I said, if you are in the position of that wife, how will you feel? Will you like such a thing if you hear about it later? Because there is no way the wife will find out later. Maybe while the man is alive or while the man died, something will happen. This thing, you can't keep it secret forever. Something will happen. She said, I will not like it, or I can even kill the woman. She was quick to answer me like that. I said, so why are you doing it? Because my family are poor. Excuse, blame game. Blaming the misfortune on the family. I now told her, I said, do you know that I'm your roommate? I also don't have, nobody is paying my school fees. You see me going to under the bridge to go and pack shoes, bags to come and sell in the campus just because I have to pay school fees, I have to eat, I have to take care of myself. Why don't you do something like that? Why don't you start something like that? She said, you have the spirit of entrepreneurship. You have the energy. I don't have the energy. Can you see? Blame game on the parents. Whereas in yourself, you have the ability, you have what it takes to come out of that situation without hurting anybody, without shifting blame to anyone. I remember before I went to school, I have two siblings I have to take care of. Remember I told you My mother died when I was very young, like between 10 and 11. I have two siblings, one 6 years old, one 3 years old when my mother died. So it got to a time, there's nobody to feed us. I had to start hawking. I had to start hawking in OJ market. I will rise up early in the morning, prepare amala, prepare food, go around and hawk. I'm a lady. I'm a girl. I can decide to start selling myself to feed my brothers and myself, or to do anything. Other friends of mine, I have friends that does that, and they're taking care of themselves. But I chose to hawk. That's a decision. Instead of me start blaming people, start blaming, nobody to do this. So this is why I'm resorting to this. I am doing this. No, stop the blame game. Look inward. Humble yourself so that God can exalt you in due time. Am I not the one that hawked in those days? Today now, to the glory of God, I've established people in business. At least I can point to 2 people, to the glory of God, that by the grace of God, I have helped to start a business, and their business is going on now. By the grace of God, I have siblings that I'm helping. By the grace of God, I have trained my children. To the glory of God, I have a child abroad, that school in abroad. This is me that I could not eat until I hawked in those days. I could not feed my siblings. I have to hawk. I have to go and sell. I have to do a lot of things. I went through all that because of my future. Number one, I hate people seeing my nakedness anyway. Not to talk of now exposing myself to men. Did you have the fear of God in you? The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. When you have the fear of God, in whatever situation that presents itself to you, you will not blame people for it at all. What you will do is to ask God, how do I handle this situation? God, what is the wisdom around here? What is the solution you can provide for me in this situation, in this my situation, in this my misfortune? Because it's the one that can color your efforts. It's the one that can make grace available for you, and grace will change your situation. He has all the wisdom that it takes for you to change your environment, to change your situation. It's the one that can lift from the dust to the palace. It will take you from the dust and it will place you among the kings. The wisdom to do that is present with him. Remember Joseph, from prison to palace, without the help of man, with the wisdom of God. He refused to sleep with Potiphar's wife. He has the right to come up with an excuse that my brothers told me, sold me to slavery. And now I'm in Potiphar's house. Potiphar committed everything to me. And this woman came to me. I didn't go to him. She's the one that seduced me. She's the one that offered herself to me. He has every right to sleep with that woman. But he feared God. He said, I will not do this to God or to my master. The fear of the Lord in him allowed him to prefer prison, to go to prison, than to lay with the master's wife. If it were you, would you not live with me? You would feel like, enjoyment, this is enjoyment. God just buttered my bread. No. He would have done that. He would have sold his future to the enjoyment of that time. Because he will never become the prime minister. The Spirit of God will live in. He will never get that wisdom of God. The revelation, the manifold revelation of future that was revealed that was given to him at the right time. When it's time to be enthroned came, the wisdom of God rested on him, gave him power of interpretation of the dream the king had that he could not interpret. Even the magicians, all the interpreters at that time could not. God reserved that for Joseph. Because why? Joseph also had feared God. He had done something that pleased God first. So the anointing for greatness was reserved for him. Stop the blame game. Retire to the fear of God, so that the anointing for greatness will be poured on you at the right time. And you will manifest it. And it will suit you at that time. Your life will be colored. Your life will shine. Your life will be colorful without man's effort. Because when you stop the blame game, you reverse, you retire yourself to the wisdom of God, to the fear of God, and God will lift you in His time. God bless you.